Hello everyone. In this article, we will focus on the topic of the 6 preposition rules, the 6 types of prepositions, and a comprehensive list of prepositions in English, along with detailed explanations and practical examples to help you understand and use them easily in daily life. After going through this lesson, if you find my explanation helpful, please follow me and share this article on your social media platforms so it can reach and support more English learners. If you have any questions related to these topics, feel free to leave a comment below the video. Now, let's dive into the lesson, 6 Essential Preposition Rules. Prepositions form a small but very important word class. We use prepositions very frequently. In fact, the prepositions of in, for, on, with, at, by, from are all in the top 25 words in English. If you can understand and correctly use prepositions, it will greatly improve your fluency. And remember, there are not very many prepositions. There are only 150 prepositions, and we only use about 70 of these commonly. The following rules will help you understand and use prepositions correctly. Rule 1. A preposition must have an object. All prepositions have objects. If a preposition does not have an object, it is not a preposition. It's probably an adverb. A preposition always has an object. An adverb never has an object. Look at these example sentences. They are in the kitchen. Preposition in has object the kitchen. Please come in. Adverb in has no object, it qualifies come. There was a doorway before me. Preposition before has object me. I had never seen it before. Adverb before has no object. It qualifies seen. I will call after work. Preposition after has object work. He called soon after. Adverb after has no object. It qualifies called. Rule 2. Preposition means place before. The name preposition indicates that a preposition usually comes before something, its object. I put it in the box. But even when a preposition does not come before its object, it is still closely related to its object. Who did you talk to? I talked to Jane. Rule 3. A pronoun following a preposition should be in object form. The noun or pronoun that follows a preposition forms a prepositional object. If it is a pronoun, it should therefore be in the objective form, me, her, them, not subjective form, I, she, they. This is from my wife and me. That's between him and her. Mary gave it to them. Rule 4. Preposition forms. Prepositions have no particular form. The majority of prepositions are one-word prepositions, but some are 2 or 3-word phrases known as complex prepositions. One-word prepositions, before, into, on. Complex prepositions, according to, but for, in spite of, on account of. Rule 5. To preposition and to infinitive are not the same. Do not confuse the infinitive particle to sing, to leave, with the preposition to London, to me. To as preposition, I look forward to lunch. I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to see you. They are committed to the project. They are committed to keeping the price down. They are committed to keep the price down. I am used to cars. I am used to driving. I am used to drive. To as infinitive particle. They used to live in Moscow. They love to sing. Rule 6, the golden preposition rule. A preposition is followed by a noun. It is never followed by a verb. 6 types of prepositions explained. Prepositions can be categorized into 6 main types. Type 1, simple prepositions. Simple prepositions are single words that determine the relationship between nouns or pronouns and the rest of the sentence. They are used to describe time, place, or location, and can also join clauses in complex and compound sentences. Commonly used simple prepositions are at, for, in, off, on, over, under, from, up, after, with, till, etc. Example sentences. The cat was sleeping on the bed. Are you coming with us? The Eiffel Tower is in Paris. The treasure was buried under a tree. Type 2. Double prepositions. Double prepositions are formed by joining 2 simple prepositions to make a new word. A lot of double prepositions indicate direction. Commonly used double prepositions are upon, from within, without, onto, out of, inside of, outside of, from beneath, from behind, because of, according to, from above, throughout, etc. Example sentences. She was out of her mind with grief and anxiety. He waved at me from beneath his umbrella. They always did everything according to the rules. She munched on her popcorn throughout the movie. Type 3. Compound prepositions. Often confused with double prepositions. Compound prepositions combine a simple preposition with a non-preposition, such as a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. Commonly used compound prepositions are along with, on top of, outside of, next to, on account of, as of, aside from, out of, due to, close to, instead of, etc. Example sentences. His shoes were on top of the cupboard. They delayed the match due to heavy rain. The dog sat next to me as I watched TV. Mary has always been close to her father. Type 4. Participial prepositions. Participial prepositions are participles, ed or ing verbs, that function as prepositions. Commonly used participial prepositions are assuming, regarding, notwithstanding, during, barring, given, provided, excluding, considering, including, concerning, owing, etc. Example sentences. He will succeed, provided he works hard. Assuming the weather forecast is accurate, it will be sunny today. He was on time, notwithstanding the rain. I wish to talk to you regarding this matter. Type 5. Phrasal prepositions. These are groups of words or phrases that join a noun or a pronoun to the rest of the sentence. Phrasal prepositions help express a specific idea by working as a unit. Commonly used phrasal prepositions are in spite of, in addition to, in favour of, owing to, by means of, according to, in front of. Instead of, in place, low of, in order to, by way of, by virtue of, etc. Example sentences. He couldn't pass the test owing to his lack of knowledge of algebra. In spite of great difficulties, he made it to the top of his profession. I intend to consult my mother instead of asking my sister for advice. I stand here in front of you all to talk about the grave dangers of climate change. Type 6. Detached prepositions. Detached prepositions are associated with adverbs or interrogative relative pronouns and are located at the end of a sentence. Commonly used detached prepositions are for, from, at, in, with, to, etc. Example sentences. What are you talking about? Here are all the documents you asked for. You know where I come from. I have no idea what you're driving at. The English language has relatively few prepositions, and most of them are pretty short. Knowing their different types, however, can make a big difference in communication. List of prepositions in English. The complete list of prepositions in English grammar would contain a total of 151 word and complex prepositions. However, for beginners, a shorter list of 50 prepositions for kids should be enough to construct fully correct sentences in English. The most common prepositions you should know are shown with examples in the table below. Preposition. About example. Tell me a story about your childhood. Preposition. Above. Example. The waves came up above her head. Preposition. Across. Example. I live across the street. Preposition. After example. I quit my job after 1 week. Preposition. Against. Example. We are against discrimination. Preposition. Along example. My dog ran along the track with me. Preposition. Among example. We are among the only 4 survivors. Preposition. Around example. It costs around $50. Preposition. At example. I have a blind date at the coffee house. Preposition. Before example. The church was built before the temple. Preposition. Behind example. She is standing behind that tree. Preposition. Below example. Please do not write below this line. Preposition. Beneath example. He found a penny beneath the couch. Preposition. Beside example. She sat beside Marie. Preposition. Between. Example. It is between the boxes and the sofa. Preposition. By example. It is a letter written by John. Preposition. Down. Example. I looked down at the floor. Preposition. During example. She slept during the flight to France. Preposition. Except. Example. She bought presents for everybody, except for me. Preposition. For example. I bought a present for Emily. Preposition. From example. We are from a foreign country. Preposition. In example. We are in the car parked outside. Preposition. In front of example. The lawn is in front of the house. Preposition. Inside example. The keys are inside one of those boxes. Preposition. Instead of example. I bought apples instead of pears. Preposition. Into example. He entered into the woods. Preposition. Like example. This is a story like no other. Preposition. Near example. The hospital is near the gas station. Preposition of example. I want a small piece of cake. Preposition. Off. Example. The cat jumped off the counter. Preposition. On example. She always keeps her purse on the desk. Preposition, onto example, the baby climbed onto the table. Preposition, out of example, I was unable to get out of the appointment. Preposition, outside example, we are outside your house. Preposition, over example, the bird flew over my head. Preposition, past. Example, they took a walk past the park. Preposition, since. Example, I haven't played soccer since 2005. Preposition, through example, the car went through the tunnel. Preposition, to example, the flight is going to India. Preposition, toward example, move toward the door. Preposition, under example, the cat is under the car. Preposition, underneath. Example, there was a tunnel running underneath the city. Preposition, until. Example, I will stay until the show is over. Preposition, up. Example, it is up to us to find the answer. Preposition, upon example, the decision was based upon two considerations. Preposition, with example, I am with my friends at school. Preposition, within example, I will be there within a few minutes. Preposition, without example, I am running without proper equipment. Preposition, according to example, according to science, evolution is true.